Okay, so this is problem number 31 from the Geometry Final Review Worksheet. It's the one with no multiple choice answers. They want me to find the length of DE, and they want me to find the length of CD, DE. Oh, I found that one already. DE was 8 because this says that this is a parallelogram. We know that opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. So I found this right here to be 8. And then they want me to find the length of CD. Again, if this side is 6, this is a parallelogram. So this side right here has to be 2. So I'm going to find this one. I'm going to first have to find the scale factor. This notation right here is not something that we've done before, but this stands for a ratio of the area of triangle ABC and the area. So they want scale factors for areas, and here they want scale factors for areas of the triangle compared to the parallelogram. D, E, A, B. Okay, I wonder why they named it that way, D, E, A, B. Anyway, why didn't they name it A, B, D, E? B, D, E. I don't know. So, I had to find similar triangles, and I used I used vertical angles right here and alternate interior angles to get CDF similar to ABF. Be sure you have your corresponding parts lining up. So these two, the F's, are congruent because they're vertical. The B and the D are congruent. See, they're the second letter. And then the A and the C were the ones that didn't have mark. But we know that they are congruent because this is all by angle similarity. And then I've got this big triangle right here, similar to this little triangle, because of they share angle C right here, but they also, these right here are corresponding parts. These two right here, these are parallel lines. There's a transversal, so those are corresponding angles, so they're congruent. These two are congruent because they're also corresponding. So these two are the little one and the big one are congruent by angle similarity, and the same thing is true. The big one and the medium one are congruent by angle similarity, and because if they're similar to this to another triangle, then all three are similar. Okay, so we've got some similarities going. That means that I am going to be able to find the this measurement right here of CD by just using a scale factor. So let's just do the big triangle to the little triangle. So the big triangle right here is that big side length is 8 plus x. And then the little side, the corresponding side, is x. And then I need a part that I know. So this one is 6 and that one is 2. Now I should have reduced this first because I could, and that'll make my math easier. So x plus 8 over x is equal to 3 over 1. So cross multiply and you get 8 plus x is equal to 3x. Subtract x from both sides and you get 8 is equal to 2x. Divide both sides by 2 and x is equal to 4. So we know the measurement of this side right here is 4. So now when you see all the sides, so we've got this one right here, this little triangle compared to the big one, the ratio is 1 to 3. And I believe if we compare these two, this is this side right here corresponds to this side right here. So this reduces down to 1 to 2. So the scale factors are 1 to 2 to 3. Now, when we start combining, so we found this is 4. And when we start writing ratios of areas, remember, we don't use the scale factors. These are the scale factors, 1 to 2 to 3. We take these scale factors and we square them for the areas. So ABF, that's this scale factor right here, that's 2. And compare it to CDF, that's this one right here, that's 1. And when we square that, we'll get 4 to 1. So that should be the answer to this one, 4 to 1. We take these scale factors right here that we've got, and then we square them, and we get 4 to 1. So now they want triangle CDF. That's this one right here. That's 1. And now they want this rectangle right here. Well, if you'll recognize that this rectangle is really the big triangle plus the middle triangle, but that's too much. Take the little triangle away. So it's the scale factor for the big triangle, which is 3. And if we square it, we get 9. Plus the scale factor for the middle triangle, which is 2. 2 squared is 4. But then we got to take away the scale factor for this little one because they only want the rectangle. And the rectangle is the middle triangle plus the big triangle. Take away the little triangle. So take that scale factor away. 1 squared is 1. And that ends up being 1 over, that's 13 minus 1, so 12. Oops. So that's 1 over 12. So let's go check the answers real quick. And if we check the answers, we see that it's 8, 4, 4 to 1, 1 to 12. So I did that one right. Let's go back now to the next problem. I've put the triangle on here. I've labeled it, write the equation for line AB. So in order to write the equation, I need 2 pieces of information. To write an equation, I need a point, and it doesn't matter which point. I can do point B. I can have my x value is 1 and my y value is -2, and I need a slope. Now you can calculate the slope, but I can also see that the slope is -1. But if you want to see how I would calculate it, I would do y minus y, -2 minus 4 over x minus x. And that would be -6 over +6, and that would be -1. So I have everything that I need. They didn't tell me how to write the equation, so I'm assuming that they want it in slope-intercept form. You can do the point-slope form. I think that's on, let's see if it's on your formula card. There it is right there, point-slope form. So 1 minus y1 times m times x minus x1. So it's y minus a -2 is equal to the slope times x minus this one right here. This is x1, y1. And then I just simplify. So it's y plus 2 equals -x plus 1. So subtract 2 from both sides, and I get y equals -x minus 1. And you can check it, go down 1, then rise 1, run 1. So yeah, that's the correct answer to part A. Part B says write the equation of the altitude to line AC. So the altitude in a triangle has to start at a vertex, and then it has to be perpendicular to the side, so that we're doing the altitude to. So we know the slope of AC is rise 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like a 4. rise 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I know the slope of AC is 1/4. And I'm going to be using the point B. So again, I'm going to be using my x1 is going to be 1. My y1 is going to be -2. That's my point. And then this time, my slope is going to be the slope that's perpendicular to this one. And perpendicular to 1/4 is -4. So you flip this upside down and you change the sign. So I know that my line's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. So my line is going to go from here to here. Okay. I don't think I have a way to draw a line that's perfectly straight, but that's going to be the line right there. You can see. So I'm just going to now plug it into the point slope form. Y plus 2 equals -4 minus 1. And that's going to be -4x plus 4. And I'm going to say -2 minus 2. So the equation is y equals -4x plus 2. Okay. Write the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AC. Okay, so they don't just want the altitude, we need a midpoint. So the slope, the point that's going to happen is going to be the midpoint. Let me change colors. So I need the midpoint. Now you can calculate the midpoint. Remember, the midpoint of AC is going to be x plus x, so -5 plus 3 divided by 2, and y plus y, 4 plus 6 divided by 2. That's going to be -5 and 3 is -2, so that'll be -1. And 10 divided by 2 is 5, so it should be the point -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got the midpoint, so that's the point that I need. So I'm going to have the x value is going to be -1, my x1. My y value is going to be 5. And the slope is still going to need to be perpendicular, so the slope is going to be -4, because that's perpendicular to the slope of AC. All right, so I'm just writing the point slope form again. Y minus 5 is equal to -4 times x plus 1. And that's going to be y minus 5, -4x minus 4. Add 5 to both sides, and it'll be y equals -4x plus 1. So we go right here, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. And that would be the perpendicular bisector of AC. Find the perimeter of ABC. So I need all the distances. So the distance of AC, this is, I'm going to do my little Pythagorean theorem trick. So this is 2. So the y value difference is 2. The x value difference is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the distance is 2 squared plus 8 squared. And then this one's going to be 1, 2. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be the same thing. The distance of BC is 2 squared plus 8 squared. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a change of 6. And that's a change of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's easy. That's 6 square roots of 2. and this one is going to be 64 plus 4, so it's the square root of 68. And I'm going to see if that simplifies. Square root of 68 is 2 square roots of 17. That equals 2 square roots of 17. So the perimeter is going to be 2 square roots of 17 plus 2 square roots of 17 plus 6 square roots of 2. So the perimeter is going to be 4 square roots of 17 plus 6 square roots of 2. And then find the length of the median to AB. Oh my goodness, this is such a hot mess. So let me change my color. Let's try. I want to do this one. It's a little bit brighter. Okay, so the median to AB. The median is from the opposite vertex to the midpoint. So I just need the midpoint, and I'm just visually checking that. So that's going to be the midpoint, but you can also find the midpoint of AB. The midpoint of AB is -5 plus 1 divided by 2 and 4 minus 2 divided by 2. So that comes out to be -2, 1. So there's the midpoint. And now the midpoint and this point right here. So I've got to find, what can we call that midpoint? We'll call it M. So the distance from M to C is, let's see, how far over is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 squared. And then how far up is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's easy. That's 5 square roots of 2. So the length of the median is 5 square roots of 2. Boy, that's a hot mess. But let's check our answers. -x minus 1, 4x plus 2. I think that's all looking right. -x minus 1, 4x plus 2, -4x minus 1. 4 square roots of 17 plus 6 square roots of 2 and 5 square roots of 2. Those all are the same thing that I got. Okay, that was probably a longer video than I wanted to do, but we got it all done. So just a couple of more problems to work.